Two of my viewers, Angela Roberts and Jermaine Thompson, asked me to do jerk turkey. Now, I've done jerk turkey legs, using like a Walker's wood, an off-the-shelf jerk seasoning. But I'm going to try it today, and we're going to make the entire jerk seasoning from scratch. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you stay with me. For this jerk seasoning, I've got 5 habaneros. The store didn't have Scotch bonnets, and you can see some of those habaneros were even green. Got a half a cup of brown sugar. We've got a tablespoon of allspice. I've got 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. We have a teaspoon and a half of cinnamon, teaspoon of ground cloves, teaspoon of black pepper. Got 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, tablespoon and a half of fresh ginger, 1 tablespoon of dried thyme, and what else do I have here? I have half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and then 2 bunches of green onions chopped up. I'm going to put these onions in this food processor blender thingy. Get our habaneros, the brown sugar, and all the goodness here. If I do it without making a mess. And I'm going to add about 1/3 of a cup of orange juice for some liquid, and we'll go from there. Don't want to waste any of this goodness inside here. My turkey has been brining overnight. Just 2 gallons of water, 2 cups of kosher salt. Let me get this out of the way. 1 cup of brown sugar, and about 2 teaspoons of dried cayenne. Now I want to cut this turkey butt off. I know it's not technically a butt. Let's get this brine out of the way. And now, just want to dry this bad boy off. Just a little. Let me scoot this turkey over. I've got a half a stick of butter here, 4 tablespoons of olive oil. You can see I've got a big tablespoon of that jerk sauce. A jerk seasoning, I should call it. Let me get 1 more. There we go. Just want to mix it in. I just melted that butter, kept a close eye on it in the microwave. And I guess you could blend this up too if you wanted, but I'm a little bit lazy right now. And it would get a more thorough consistency if you blended it. Oh, looks like I got a piece of foil from the butter, the stick of butter. Okay, now I'm going to inject it, and you see I've got this really big hole in this injector, and the reason is, it's still got onion parts, and even though we blended it, still got all that goodness, little chunks in that mixture. And then what I'm going to do is come in here as much as I can under the skin and inject this bad boy. Now you don't have to do it under the skin. The only reason I'm doing it under the skin is so that holes won't get all in it and the mixture won't come out. But if you did it that way, it's not going to be any major ordeal. And all I'm doing is just coming out with the needle as I inject. So I put, liquid all the way through the bad boy. Now, you could do the legs if you want, but they're not nearly as thick, and it's dark meat, so you don't have to worry as much about it getting dry. And now, I'm going to put that paste we made all over this bad boy. And I'm going to do the outside, going to do up in the cavity. Oh yeah. I've got an orange here. Let me turn this around so you can see. Half an orange. Here's some onion. Piece of lemon, like so. Shove her on up in there. Another piece of onion. Just some aromatics here to help with flavor. And now I think what we'll do is we'll tie these legs up. I've got a piece of string here. Twine, whatever it's called. I'm using this ASMOKE today. I did put on a fresh pair of gloves. She's going to fit on there okay. Let me see if I can't get these legs tucked, their wingtips tucked under. My jerk seasoning seems to be a little, sketchy here. Thin in some places, thicker than others. I'm going to let this cook for about an hour, and then we'll come in and maybe touch it up, like I say, with more of that seasoning. I'm hoping as it gets some heat on it, it'll start sticking. All right, it's been 2 hours. I did rotate, it came out at an hour, rotated the turkey, and put the rest of that jerk seasoning on it that we made. And now I'm going to come in here and put a temp probe in this turkey. That is, if I can feed it through this hole in the back. Okay. Just want to come in here in this breast. There we go. And then the folks at SMARTRO sent me out this instant read temp probe. ST49 I think is the model. Looks like this turkey is right at 114 degrees. Boy, it reads quick, this thermometer. Sorry. 115, 116 there. Let's get the lid back down on it. 3.5 hours, we're at 150 degrees. And what I'm going to do now is turn this guy on up to 400 and finish it off. We'll take this on up to about 160, and that'll help with the skin. It's been about 4 hours, 15 minutes. This side's probing about 161. This side over here is probing 164. Weird. Either way, it'll creep up a few degrees. Let's get it out. Let it rest. Well, if I spill it, that would be a mess, wouldn't it? Turkey's been resting here 20 minutes. Now, I don't know what it's going to taste like, but I will tell you this. It might be the best smelling turkey that I've ever smelled. Probably not the best knife for this, but a little bit long. Let's just cut this breast off. You can see I'm not the world's best turkey carver, right? Get that out of the way. Let's just cut up a couple slices here, and then we'll take a look at the turkey. Still pretty darn hot. There's what she looks like on the inside. I don't know if you can see that in the video. There's juice all over the board. There's juice in that turkey. It is super hot. Even though it's been resting here 20 minutes, probably could have let it go 40, 45. Moment of truth. Okay. It's incredibly juicy. I mean, incredibly. I just don't know how well that shows up in the video. Just where I cut it, this whole cutting board is wet. Now, a lot of my viewers don't like spicy, and I put 5 habaneros in there. It's perfect. It's perfect. I would make this again in a heartbeat. Juicy. Now we brined it, right? How long did I brine it? About 16 hours. And then we injected it. I don't know if that comes up in the video either, but you can I don't know that you can see it in the video either. But right across here is where some of that injection was. I'm telling you, it is just so juicy. Hey, I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for watching.